Earlier on MATLAB session, I solved a problem of plane crossing the train, and it required only the programming of the straight line calculation. So plane was the distance of plane was calculated with the equation 300 times t by 60, and for train it was calculated by 200 plus 50 divided by 60 times the time in minutes, because the velocities are given in kilometers per hour. So we got the picture, and we were convinced from the graphical representation that the plane actually crosses the train. And if we recall that, we can invoke the value of I. So it was the 48th minute after 1 p.m. and the distance variable, it turned out to be 0. Well, it is very unlikely to get the 0 answer in the real situation if you are not dealing with the very nice numbers, the whole numbers, and which are actually completely divisible. And the distance traveled at that time by plane is 240 kilometers from the starting point, and for train it was also so the same. So but if we like to print all the data with time, with every time step, if we like to print the data, for that purpose we have to use the print command. So from the MATLAB help, I have searched for the fprintf function. So the name is similar to the function in C language to print the data to a text file. So the syntax says you have to provide a file ID. So then the format specification, which is similar to C language, and then the list of the variables. So let's attempt that one in for our program. So for all the time steps, now just to improve the efficiency, I suppress the plotting by adding a percentage sign before an executable statement. So it makes it a comment. All of this one has been made silent. And to test the calculations, okay. So now only the uh, program is to take a new value of time, calculate the distance traveled by plane, and calculate the distance traveled by train, and the difference between the two. So here I introduce a command fprintf. So first the format specifiers, but let me first decide which of the variables I would like to print. So I will print I, then I will print the time value. Well, in this problem, time and I are same. Okay, then I write the, okay, one variable, distance. So distance is going to change uh, from uh, from negative to positive, because distance has been defined as the distance traveled by train minus distance traveled by train. So where that shift is going to happen, that is the point. So I print it for I integer. I require the integer format. So I write, say, the number of places, 4 places to store, to write the integer. Then for a real number specifier, I have to have specification for the whole number and the number of decimal places. So for example, I write with 3 decimal places, and Okay. Well, over here, 7.3, because I have to get to 100 minutes. And F is for the specification of floating point number, real number. And then the distance is also um, a real number. Therefore, it will be, okay, okay, 7.2 or 3F. And then to print that on the next line, you have to write uh, \n. So I, T, D, these variables will be printed and with the column sign. So now with this program, the figure is not going to be generated. So I close all the figures and we will see all the output in the command window. It has been cleared and this is the command that put my program into generating some sort of figure. And I think I have to keep this one active. I have to keep this one pop up. Plain F print F stage IT distance. Well, it should print the results like this. At 100, it should print that one, but it should print for all the points. Why it is not printing that one? This has to be figured out. Well, fprintf was not working, so now I'm going to attempt another option from the help. So there is a suggestion that file ID should be provided, and it contains the name of the file and the attribute of writing. So I provide the file ID over here. So I call it output.txt and with the attribute of writing. And in the fprintf, I have to write it file ID. The pointer was created, and then let's see whether it helps us getting the output written. So is there a file generated? File with the name output, out, file ID. There is file ID, some thing has been created. If I identify file ID, so file ID is 3. Then where is the file created? When I open out.txt, is there something available like this? Unable to get this one. Files. Out.txt is there. Out.txt there, but it is not callable from the command window. However, we can open it from here, and here are the results. So successful. So we learned that printf helps us to get the results. Nice. And now we are free to get our results for the big program for larger number of calculations. And here we go. The output.txt will be updated. And here is our observation that the distance between plane and train, it is decreasing. And this is the turning point where the plane crosses the train. So printing the outputs. And to give it some titles, I generally pick up the command from here and I write a similar command. But to generate the titles, I set all the format specifiers to S for strings, and I provide here strings that the I is a string. Then this is the title for time, and this is for distance. So all character variables, and I can again run, and no errors, no error has popped up. So it means this was a valid MATLAB command, and I got the title I, time, and distance. So in this demonstration, I have introduced the file ID command, fprintf statement for printing in files. So this is the pointer for file ID. So the stuff is very much similar with the C language. And here is the fprintf command, which prints the values. We have to have the integer format specifier for writing integers and a printer format specifier for the floating point number specification. So this is it. So we have learned how to create figures and we have learned how to create the how to write the data.